Google is one of the most influential companies in human history, shaping how people access information, communicate, navigate the world, and even think. Today, Google processes billions of searches every single day and operates some of the most widely used digital services on Earth, including YouTube, Gmail, Google Maps, Android, Google Drive, and Google Search. What began as a small academic research project in a university has evolved into a trillion-dollar technology ecosystem that plays a central role in modern life. Google's story begins in 1996 at Stanford University, where two PhD students, Larry Page and Sergey Brin, were working on a research project related to the structure of the Internet. At that time, the web was growing rapidly, but search engines were still very primitive. Most early search engines ranked web pages simply by counting how many times a keyword appeared on a page. This method often produced low-quality and misleading results because it was easy to manipulate. Page and Brin believe that the importance of a web page should not be determined by words alone, but by how many other pages link to it. Their idea was inspired by academic citations, where research papers become more important if they are referenced by other credible papers. This concept became the foundation of Google's core algorithm, which they named PageRank. PageRank analyzed the number and quality of links pointing to a web page and used that information to rank results. The more authoritative and relevant the linking pages were, the higher the ranking of the target page. This system dramatically improved search accuracy and made Google's results far superior to existing competitors. Users quickly noticed that Google gave more relevant answers with less spam, which led to rapid adoption across universities and tech communities. Initially, the project was called Backrub because it analyzed backlinks. However, Page and Brin later renamed it Google, derived from the mathematical term Google, which represents the number 1 followed by 100 zeros. The name symbolized their ambition to organize a virtually infinite amount of information. By 1998, their system had grown too large to remain a university experiment, and they moved their operations into a small garage in California. Their first major investment was a check for $100,000 from an early supporter, which officially turned Google into a startup company. Google's early success was driven not only by its superior algorithm but also by its simple and clean user interface. While other websites were crowded with advertisements and flashy designs, Google offered a minimal homepage with nothing but a logo and a search box. This simplicity made the service fast, easy to use, and highly addictive. Google's mission statement was clear from the beginning: to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. This mission became the guiding philosophy behind all of Google's future products. One of the biggest challenges Google faced in its early years was generating revenue. Despite having millions of users, the company did not initially make much money. This changed in 2000 when Google introduced its advertising system known as Google Ads. Instead of displaying random banner advertisements, Google showed ads that were directly related to what users were searching for. This created a revolutionary business model called intent-based advertising, where companies could reach users at the exact moment they were interested in a product or service. This approach proved extremely effective and became one of the most profitable business models ever created in the digital economy. By 2004, Google had grown so rapidly that it went public through an initial public offering, turning its founders into billionaires and making Google one of the most valuable companies in the world. With massive financial resources, Google began expanding beyond search and aggressively building new products. Gmail was launched in 2004 and changed email forever by offering free storage far larger than any competitor. Google Maps followed in 2005, transforming navigation with satellite imagery, real-time traffic updates, and global mapping data. These services quickly became essential tools for everyday life. In the same year, Google quietly acquired Android, a small startup developing a mobile operating system. At the time, few people realized the importance of this purchase. Today, Android powers over 70% of all smartphones worldwide, giving Google enormous influence over the mobile technology ecosystem. In 2006, Google made another bold move by purchasing YouTube for $1.65 billion. Many analysts believed the acquisition was overpriced, but YouTube later became the world's largest video platform and the second most used search engine after Google itself. As Google expanded, it became increasingly clear that its most valuable asset was not its software, but its data. Every search, click, location request, email, and video watch provided Google with massive amounts of behavioral information. This data allowed Google to personalize content, improve search accuracy, optimize advertising, and predict user behavior. Over time, Google built one of the largest data collection systems in human history, giving it unprecedented insight into how people think, communicate, travel, and consume information. Recognizing the power of artificial intelligence, Google invested heavily in machine learning and AI research. In 2014, it acquired DeepMind, a leading artificial intelligence research company. DeepMind develops systems capable of defeating world champions in complex games, predicting protein structures for medical research, and optimizing energy consumption in data centers. Google's AI technologies now power voice recognition, translation services, image analysis, medical diagnostics, self-driving systems, and advanced recommendation engines. Today, Google is not just a search company but one of the most advanced AI organizations in the world. In 2015, Google restructured itself under a new parent company called Alphabet. This move separated Google's core services from experimental projects such as self-driving cars, health technology, quantum computing, and artificial intelligence research. Alphabet now oversees a wide range of companies, including Waymo for autonomous vehicles, Verily for healthcare science, DeepMind for AI research, and Google Cloud for enterprise computing. This structure allowed Google to manage innovation more efficiently while maintaining its dominance in core digital services. Despite its success, Google has faced increasing criticism and controversy. Governments and regulators have accused the company of violating user privacy, collecting excessive personal data, and abusing its monopoly power in digital markets. Critics argue that Google has too much control over information flow and can influence public opinion, economic behavior, and even political outcomes. Concerns about algorithm bias, AI ethics, censorship, and surveillance have sparked debates worldwide about the role of large technology companies in society. Today, Google stands at the center of the global digital ecosystem. It controls how information is searched, how videos are consumed, how people navigate cities, how businesses advertise, and how artificial intelligence is developed. Google's influence extends beyond technology into education, healthcare, economics, science, and culture. What began as a simple academic experiment has become one of the most powerful systems ever created by humans. In the modern world, Google is no longer just a company. It is an infrastructure. It is a knowledge engine. It is an artificial intelligence platform. It is a digital mirror of human behavior. Google did not merely organize the internet. It reshaped how humanity interacts with reality itself.